So I asked a question about what happened that triggered DaBaby to even go in that space. Like, I was like, well, what happened? What was the reason? You got an audience full of people. It's thousands of people out there. You got thousands of people out there. There are straight people that have HIV and AIDS. There are gay people that have HIV and AIDS. Let's talk about the statistics. The highest number of HIV and AIDS is amongst the black women. That's if we're going to talk statistics. So my thing is, girl, y'all talking about if you come out here, you want to suck in the parking lot and this and another. He got the right to be freedom of speech. He could say, nobody was trying to take away his motherfucking freedom of speech. I just asked what was the reason? Like, what triggered the If you and T.I., and because T.I. brought his lollipop booty ass up there and said, if Lil Nas X can be this and I'm like, well, what the fuck Lil Nas X got to do with it? What's going on?
All right, guys. So one of the things about rappers, right, is that because they are essentially uncancelable, right? They can essentially say whatever they want and people are still going to listen to their music. They do tend to say whatever they want, right? And DaBaby received massive backlash, right? The amount of backlash this man is receiving, again, it's absolutely incredible for comments that have been characterized as homophobic, okay? Comments that people find to be offensive towards the LGBTQ community. Now, I would show y'all some of these comments in this comment section, but the amount of backlash this man is getting probably is not appropriate for this video. That's how hard woke Twitter and also in conjunction Black Twitter went at Lil Baby. Okay, went at Lil Baby. Now I actually am going to read to you guys the comments that he said, because T.I. came to his defense and he also got slammed as well. But I think that the reaction to these comments kind of shows how the black community's priorities are out of line. Okay, let's read here. T.I. came to DaBaby's defense after he received backlash for his comments during his performance at Rolling Loud in Miami over the weekend. DaBaby was criticized by the internet after his comments were seen as offensive and homophobic. And before I read this quote, I gotta make it clear, I am not endorsing anything that DaBaby is saying here, right? These comments are him. I am just quoting him. I'm not saying it. It's not me. I'm not making these comments. I do not condone these comments whatsoever. But he says, quote, "If you didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, or any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2 to 3 weeks, then put your cell phone lighter up," the Suge rapper said. Ladies, if your cat smell like water, put your cell phone lighter up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking, you know what, in the parking lot, put your cell phone lighter up. After getting stones thrown at him for his comment, DaBaby was everything except apologetic when he addressed it on social media. Quote, "What I do at a live show is for the audience at the live show. It'll never translate correctly to someone looking at a little 5-6 second clip from they blank crib on they phone," he said. "It just didn't work like that." Okay, so as you can see here, these are the comments that he made that made everybody upset. So let's read a little bit more here. Then T.I. came to his defense and even brought Lil Nas X, who is openly gay, into the chat. Quote, "If Lil Nas X can kick his ish in peace, so should Lil Baby. Shrug emoji." T.I. said in his comments on a post on the Shade Room, #equality. I don't know, man. Tip kind of got a point. T.I. kind of got a point, right? Everybody has a right to their opinion, right? Equality means that if that person can have their opinion, then I can have my opinion, right? But see, they don't want equality. The woke revolutionaries don't really believe in equality, right? They believe in equity. They believe in giving rights and privileges to people that they feel are marginalized and taking away rights and privileges from people that they feel are privileged. That's just kind of how it goes. And I think what a lot of people, right, particularly black men, are realizing is that we're not going to come out on top from this woke revolutionary movement. That's why I think you got a lot of black men that have turned to conservatism because they understand that progressivism is not for the black man, right? And I think a lot of these rappers kind of realize that. Tip then further elaborated on his comments in an Instagram video, saying that he gives gay and straight folks the same amount of respect, but question if the gay community has more rights than the straight community. Quote, social media is full of confusion, he said. Words are often misconstrued, and to be honest with you, if homosexuals have more rights than heterosexual people, just say it. Let that be the law. Is that the law? I feel like I respect gays, especially the ones who have the courage and bravery to step up and live their truth. I respect that, but I respect it in the same way if you're a heterosexual person. I respect it the same way. Then he circled back to Lil Nas X and said he admires his courage, but his work isn't for him. Quote, the Lil Nas X-ish, the performances, the videos, I got a lot of respect for, bro, because like I said, he had the courage to live his truth, but that ish ain't for me. I can't look at it. It ain't for me, he said. Yeah, I feel like T.I. is echoing a lot of what people believe, right? They're like, listen, I don't care about anybody living their truth, right? You can do you, but some of the content that you're putting out there is just not for me. It's just not for me, okay? And that's fine. That's okay. But for some people, that's not enough, right? For some people, you're still going to be smeared for it, right? You're still going to be called a bigot. Amber Rose did enter the conversation and slammed T.I. for his comments about Lil Nas X. Even though T.I. tried to portray himself as not being homophobic, Rose said homophobia was embedded throughout his statement. Quote, what in the homophobia, she said on social media. Y'all are so mad that Lil Nas X is effing winning. To be this homophobic feels like they are battling something internally. This is not equality. This is hatred, period. I am an activist first and foremost. This is why I started my slut walk, for everyone to come and feel comfortable in their own skin. This perpetuates hate and violence. I stand with the LGBTQ community. We should all feel safe at a concert no matter what our status is, who we love or who we want to give head to. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. T.I. Gave a statement in defense of DaBaby, right? That I thought was a very level-headed statement, right? It was very neutral. Okay, he said, listen, I respect your lifestyle. You can do what you want to do, freedom. But at the same time, it's just not for me, right? Your content is just not for me. But see, that's not enough for a lot of people. A lot of people see that as, oh no, if you're not in support of it all the way, then you still a bigot, right? And that's basically what Amber Rose comes in. Now, the whole point of me doing this video is not really to get deep into this conversation about, DaBaby's comments, as much as about to talk about how these people want to get so upset by these words from these rappers, right? These comments about the LGBTQ community, okay? Which comments that I don't condone whatsoever. But when it comes to these people, these same rappers rapping about killing other black people, mainly black men, gang violence, dealing drugs, doing drugs, degrading women, all those things that have real negative effects and consequences on the black community. Crickets. They're silent. Matter of fact, they support it. They buy the music, right? They empower these people. That's why DaBaby is on stage in the first place. That's why he's famous. You empower these people when they're talking about actively trying to destroy the black community. But if they have something to say that's controversial about the LGBTQ community, oh, you want to get mad and make a big fuss about it. And the media goes right along with it. The media goes right along with it because the media has printed so many articles on this subject. So many celebrities have come out and attacked DaBaby for these comments. But again, nobody has anything to say about the destructive lyrics that these rappers put out there in regards to the black community. They don't care. And guys, this is a prime example of the lack of prioritization in the black community. What we prioritize is not necessarily in line with the benefit of the black community as a whole. And that's not just talking about, this subject. That also comes to, again, police reform. How these people want to get all up in arms. They want to get so upset and mad about, okay, a white cop may or may not have killed a black person unjustly. Oh, here we go. They all up in the streets marching, throwing a fit, getting upset, getting mad. But when another black person kill a black person, right? Oh, they don't have anything to say. It's just another person dead, right? It's just another person dead. It is what it is. We don't really care about that. We don't really care about that. Again, guys, this is just another sign of how our priorities are just not in the right place. Whose lives are valued and whose lives are not valued. The life of the innocent black man, right, that doesn't get involved with the police, that lives his life in a way that's more traditional, that person's life, if it's taken wrongly by another black person, that person doesn't get any attention. Nobody cares about that. But if your life is taken by a white police officer, or you live a more non-traditional lifestyle, and somebody says something mean about you, and people get upset and get outraged about that. They try to cancel people over that. Now, I'm not sure if DaBaby is cancelable because he's a rapper. I don't think that rappers are actually cancelable, even though they want to pretend like they are. I don't think they are. I mean, considering how, if R. Kelly wasn't cancelable, I don't think any hip-hop or / R&B artist is cancelable, right? You couldn't cancel R. Kelly. Nobody can be canceled if R. Kelly can't be canceled. So, who knows? But I just wanted to make this video because I just find it interesting what people choose to be mad at and what they don't choose to be mad at. Again, I'm not saying that his comments were right. Obviously, they weren't. But like I said, I just find it interesting, the backlash towards those comments versus the backlash towards things that I feel like are much more pertinent issues outside of just words. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.